Now, if you see, up to teenage, if you see it properly, up to teenage, we all, you, me, all, any profession, we used to naturally balance the two sides of us. Now imagine our life is like a pendulum. Yeah, pendulum has equal and opposite movement, and the sum total of this movement has to be zero. Then it is at perfect balance. It doesn't matter how much it pushes, both the side has to be equal and opposite. Now what used to happen, we as a children and we as a teenager, before we direct our life to one direction, we used to naturally balance this two side. If you look at our life, it used to be natural balance. But after that, up to that mid-age crisis, we push our life into one side, what we call personal professional space. And that's why the pendulum has gone to that extreme, and when it is released, it goes extremely opposite. And that's why if I push for 360 days, I need, in a 5 days or 10 days, I'm not going to balance my life. So what is need is, this balance has to be at day-to-day level. This is what I understood, that till I don't do day-to-day level, it doesn't matter how much I push on one side, it has to be other side day-to-day level. What I mean by two side, that for every mental activity, I need physical activity, in a simple word. For every left brain dominated intellectual activity, I need spontaneous artistic right brain activity. For every professional household activity, I need abstract mental and physical activity. So this is the key. And what ratio it should be, when I read books from the MBA, books from the scientific field, I see 8:2 ratio. This is the best ratio of balance. For every 8 hours of personal professional activity, left brain logical activity, or conscious day-to-day stressful activity, or physical stressful activity, we need 2 hours of opposite activity. Now, this 2 hours, I'm sure you and me will say that we don't have together, like I'm sitting here from morning 8 to 8. It should be before, after, or in between profession. Doesn't matter, maybe 10 minutes or 15 minutes each. Then when before and after, you get that alone space. And of course, weekend we get either 2 to 4 hours where we will do those natural or guided activity. This is the only way we can balance. Otherwise, it will keep pushing one side and then the extreme left. That's why the extreme capitalism of America in 1970, it goes to the extreme other side and it becomes hippie culture. An extreme workaholic guy becomes extremely abstract and he doesn't want to do anything. I give you a best example of this. Jack Ma, one of the leading Chinese businessman. Jack Ma, no, it is Jack Ma, something. Now, one of the richest men in China, at 50 something, he decides to retire. And he's workaholic, systematic, and you know how Chinese culture, so box systematic life. And 55 or something, he wants to retire from his business. So when people ask what you want to do, he said, I want to go and teach in universities. And they gave him a farewell party. Because he's the richest man in China, they gave him farewell party. He was, Now when he arrived in the farewell party, he came with big earrings, one leg trouser folded, and in hand guitar, which was exactly opposite of what he was for last 20 to 30 years. And everybody, including the who and who from president, they all were shocked. That's the other side. But if we can balance the two sides beautifully, then the job is done.